The future of parenting is a project that has many different facets to it. As parenting is evolving, we want to make sure we evolve with the parents of today. We wanted to stretch ourselves creatively and then also share with our customers and our partners a different side of Fisher-Price that they may not have seen before. We need to stay relevant and contemporary, and that's not only with the way our products look, but the innovation that we bring to them.
We've been working with Fisher-Price for about 4 years on a few different strategic initiatives and projects. And so there was already an existing partnership between the two companies. When we were approached to think about the future of parenting, we got really excited about how we could further develop the relationship.
And we really wanted to step out of the day-to-day and just trying to satisfy the needs of tomorrow and really create a roadmap for the business moving forward.
The kind of main outcome of the work that we did with Fisher-Price was this 3 to 4 minute video on the future of parenting to really imagine what it would be like to parent at some point in the future. And then we premiered it at South by Southwest.
A really powerful tool in envisioning this future for us was to use our backcasting model. Most companies are sort of stuck in a rut of incremental innovation over time. They have the constraints and the demands of their current business, and they can only get to modest levels of innovation year over year. With backcasting, you break away from the barriers that you have today and think of this ideal future state, maybe 10 to 15 years out, and it's the highly innovative vision for where your company could be. And from that, you can then work backwards to today and what your pipeline of products and services should be as you head toward that future vision.
I think the structured way that Continuum worked with us was different. I have done scenario planning and some things that they would call a strict backcasting model. But Continuum really brought the partnership, and we were all one team, which was amazing. And we were thinking about the future, and we were in the future together.
A major influencer for the project was thinking about trends. And Continuum has a trends group called Next. And Next really focuses on understanding not just what the hot new trend is for next season, but thinking more strategically and holistically about the business trends, the culture trends, and the technology trends that will be reshaping future experiences. And where those three areas intersect is really the key.
We did some qualitative research, some additional quantitative research, and we went and talked to experts in the field. So experts in early childhood development, in the future, and then also people in the technology space to really understand where do we need to imagine the Fisher-Price brand in the future.
Parenting, like anything, is impacted by new technology, but we're also going to something bigger now. We're asking, once you know this, how do you use that to provide better well-being? How do you make a better relationship out of that?
Bringing in a subject matter expert like Rosalind Picard was incredibly valuable to the project because we're able to introduce different kinds of inputs and ways of understanding and evaluating the future.
The moment when it all came together was at the shoot. That's when it became real. To see it in a beautiful location like that, it just became so real.
Fisher-Price putting this out on the market is incredibly brave. You don't see a lot of companies daring themselves and the competition publicly to go out and do something new, and they've done that.
The initiatives and the vision that's created become a conversation starter. It will help consumers think differently about Fisher-Price, about a brand that maybe they didn't know was so focused on understanding the role of technology in these new experiences.
The long-term impacts of the future of parenting is really changing our ethos at Fisher-Price.
It's really a completely revolutionary way for Fisher-Price to think about the role it can play in the future of parenting. Now is when it really starts. In fact, I think this is just the beginning of the entire project.